Look what time it is. It's already Tuesday and it's noon. And when you hear that sound, you know what that means. It's another ElkWorks noon whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone. And we have the pleasure today to have Mayor Bruce Lechner with us, who's also the owner of River Jacks Bar and Grill. Thanks for coming, Bruce.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, and Bruce, you're also a 1986 graduate of Elkhorn High School, correct?
Correct.
And we're going to have a guest appearance by the First Lady, Sarah Lechner.
Yeah, she's going to work out here sometime here.
All right. Give her a little break so we can have her talk a little bit too as we go.
Yep, I will. When we get to some River Jacks questions, I'll get her out here.
Okay. Yeah, well, thanks for coming on. How long have you been mayor now of the city of Elkhorn?
This is my third year. It's my second term, but third year. So I have another, I go till April of 24, and then I have to be reelected.
Okay. Well, good for you. Good for you. Good things happening in the city?
Yeah, we do have some good things coming.
Good.
We got a big development coming up south of town by the DMV building. It's going to be Creekside Development. There's going to be probably 850 units in that development when it's all said and done. We're going to do some few phases of it, but it should be real nice.
That's exciting. Hey, that Bayman Park shelter looks really good too.
Yep, that came along good. Glad to see it done for the summer, and it's getting some use out there.
Yeah, you see people out there all the time. It looks great. And is it true there's going to be a pier out there for putting kayaks in and fishing and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. Yep. We're working with the state. We're getting a little grant money towards that, and should be having that in pretty soon.
Excellent. So, Bruce, you've been around Elkhorn a long time, knowing you a long time, great guy. You also had a long-standing career with the Getson Horn Company, correct?
Yes, I was at Getson Musical Instruments, just out there by Gateway on Highway H, till last August when Sarah and I decided to purchase River Jacks, and I finally retired from there after 35 years.
That's amazing, and to work for such a storied company too, and an Elkhorn company, right?
Yes, very Elkhorn company. They're a great. Getson family is a great family. I worked with the grandpa, the sons, and then the sons of the sons. So I went right down the line and worked with all of them.
That's amazing. So who was principal at Elkhorn High School when you went to school?
Geez. It's a long time ago, John. That's hard to
get. Isn't that nice?
We should start playing Glory Days in the background, right?
Gary Ballman.
Okay. Gary Ballman was the principal. So then Roger Mashak must have been the assistant principal?
Yes.
Okay. See, you didn't visit the office much, so you wouldn't know those people.
No. We stayed out of there.
What do you remember? What was exciting? What do you remember from your experience at Elkhorn back in the 80s?
I just enjoyed, the classes, and the teachers were always the fun part. We had a lot of fun with the teachers. We had good relationships with them, and you could have some fun.
Who was your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher was probably Mrs. Weller, Doc Weller. She was an English teacher at that time.
Did you ever tell her she was your favorite teacher?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's okay. Just curious.
There's a lot of people that mention her. Yeah. I thought you were going to say John Gabowski because of the marriage class.
No, you don't have that anymore, do they?
No.
The old Time magazines you had to read.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's going back though. But yeah, you've done a lot of things, Elkhorn, Bruce. You've done a lot of good things and been a true community, someone who's involved in the community for a long, long time. And then now you and Sarah have ventured into this River Jacks.
Yes, it's been an adventure, but it's been a fun adventure.
Where do we find River Jacks? Where are you at?
We're out on County High Road, Highway A, just north of, west of Millard.
Okay, yep. It's the A-frame, right?
Yep, the A-frame, the old chalet. A lot of history in this building too.
Bruce,
what you've been? Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Bruce. So what? I'm just curious here. Tell me, when you and Sarah sat down, you said, "Hey, let's go buy a restaurant and bar." Like, what was the thought process there? Is it something you always wanted to do? Like, how did you make that decision?
It's Sarah and I talked about this probably for the last, I don't know, 3-4 years, looking at changing our careers and getting into something that we wanted to be our own boss and do it. So we had looked at other bars in different areas, even a couple up north, but nothing felt comfortable to us. But then when we, Mike Jonas had bought this place 2 years ago, well, 2.5 now, and we had told him that if he was ever interested in selling, to think of us and let us know first. And he kept his word and let us know, and we sat down with him and everything worked out.
Good for you. Well, I know you guys have been hard at it, and business is good. You see a lot of cars out there. You got music, right?
Yeah, we have live music just about every weekend, sometimes Saturday and Sunday. This weekend we have Bree Morgan, who's a great country singer, country girl. She's coming on Friday night. And then we have, they're called RCA. They're out of Waukesha area. They're coming Sunday afternoon. So, but Thursday nights we have live music too. Just about every Thursday. We also do bike night and classic car nights on Thursday nights throughout the whole summer. If you come out with a bike or classic car, you get entered into a drawing. And at the end of August, at the end of the summer, we're going to do a drawing for a cash giveaway for anybody that's came and participated throughout the whole summer.
Well, John, geez, bike night, you can ride your bike over there.
I don't think that's what he's talking about. I don't think he's talking about that kind of bike.
We'll let you in, John. It's okay.
Yeah, you and Lisa, John, on a tandem? That'd be fun, right?
Yeah. Do you have trike night?
You can bring whatever you want, John.
Well, thanks for that. I appreciate the invite. Are you guys open for lunch?
Yes, we are. We're open for lunch. Well, Tuesday through Sunday, we have our full menu. We open at 11 every day, and we have lunch. On Mondays is our limited menu, and that's we're open at 11 too, but that's just a limited menu. It's more of an appetizer menu on Mondays.
Okay.
When you guys put that menu together, Bruce, what was kind of tell us a little bit about, share with the viewers a little bit of the thought process. What's your target audience for the menu?
Well, we wanted a few things that were a little bit different that you don't see around other places. But we do have our burgers and chicken and wraps. We do our Friday night fish fry. But a couple of different things that we kind of put on there. We have a fried bologna sandwich, and we have a fried Spam sandwich that you don't see anywhere else. And we've had a lot of people come in and try it, and a lot of people have talked about that when we put that on the menus.
Do you think this generation has any idea what bologna is?
I don't think the newest generation, but we're getting some of the older people. They're coming out, so it's good.
Yeah. I mean,
well, now you can keep it alive. They can pass it on.
That's right.
It'll literally stay that long, bologna will.
Yeah. And that's why we went with a couple different things, because it's something different. You can't get that at every place you go to.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just amazed as we talk, Bruce, when I think back of you're an Elkhorn alumni, you work for the Getson Company, you've lived in Elkhorn your whole life, you've been on city council, you're the mayor, and now you own a business. I mean, I guess truly involved and truly a community partner and someone who's really invested in their community. And like, if you were telling someone why they should do things or get involved, like, what would you say to people?
Well, I think even being a mayor, I've told people, you need to come to the meetings and see what's going on. That's the only way you can learn things. And I'm a true believer of that. You need to be involved. And I mean, if you want to voice your opinion, you come to the meetings, because once, city council passes things or does things, it's a little too late. And then you hear about it and, well, you should have came to the meeting. Well, I didn't know. Well, it's on our website. It's always there. Our meetings are always, we'd love to see that room full all the time for meetings.
Yeah. Imagine what, cities, schools, businesses, downtowns, chambers can get done if people are involved and not only come with suggestions, but maybe possible solutions, right? What could get done?
Correct. And it takes it's not just one person. It takes a whole team effort to make everything, succeed. The chamber does a great job on our events downtown, but you also have a lot of help and a lot of support for those events. Yeah.
One of the things I hear from people, and I never thought of it this way, because maybe I'm too close to it, but a lot of people that I talk to are like, Elkhorn's pretty unique in how their community is really meshed together, whether between the city, the school, the chamber, their civic groups and business community, that I guess I just thought everybody operated that way, but it seems unique that people are impressed with that or say how nice that would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big plus for our city, that the school district and everybody else, the businesses, and they all work together and want the same thing, want to make Elkhorn look nice and succeed.
Well, that's kind of why we started this, Bruce. We John and I realized that Elkhorn's got a great story for every reason that you've said and John just said, and we got to get that story out there. And this was our path to not only tell alumni story, but local businesses, political officials, economic development groups, but also local business. Give an opportunity to do some free marketing here and tell your story. So,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of alumni still in Elkhorn, and they stayed for a reason because they enjoy Elkhorn. There's a lot of business owners that are alumni in Elkhorn. I was kind of surprised when you see all the different businesses and how many alumni are still here.
It's amazing. I know, I talked to you guys and we got you in that publication with all our alumni that own businesses in the area. And when I started thinking about it, I thought, oh, maybe 20, 25, like, wow, that's pretty good. And I think we're up to 50 now and still catching up with people. There's probably close to 100 people that have owned their own businesses and are alumni and still in this area. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, for being a smaller town too, we're not a big city. We're, a smaller town, and people have come back or they've stayed in the area.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, when we all get out of high school and we're like, I'm out of here.
Yep.
Moving somewhere else. And then guess what? We find out like, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I started working and never left. So
hopefully you get out of town once in a while.
We do get out of town once in a while.
Well,
yeah.
So believe it or not, gentlemen, I know we're getting to that point in the show where we're almost at the 13-minute mark where we'd like to pull over as a live stream broadcast and do some shout outs and thank yous. So I guess I'm going to start with you, John. Who do you want to shout out and thank you today on the Noon Whistle?
Well, this time of year, I want to thank Jeff Kleist. Jeff Kleist is one of our elementary teachers at Tibbetts. He's also our auditorium manager, and he is extremely busy this time of year between spring concerts, graduation, honors night, and a lot of our local dance studios have their spring concerts too. So he is going strong almost every night of the week. He does an amazing job, and he always has a smile on his face. So thank you, Jeff Kleist.
Bruce, who do you want to give a shout out to or thank you to?
I would just like to thank the whole community. We've had great community support here at Riverjacks. We're getting people from all around, but we've had great from Elkhorn. A lot of friends and things are coming out and supporting us. So I really just want to thank the whole community and community as a whole for the city of Elkhorn.
And I'm going to, as a father of a recent graduate, and the Elkhorn commencement ceremony is definitely a community event. Just try and park there in the town at 6:30. I'm going to give a shout out to not only the high school administration, Mr. Keel and his team, but also Mrs. Carrie Brockman, the senior advisor, and Mrs. Sandy Jenkins. They do an amazing job to make sure that event goes off unhitched and turns into and always ends up a true community celebration. And with lightning and rain on Thursday, they did an amazing job of staying focused and staying calm and making sure there was a great experience for kids, families, and the community. So I want to give a little shout out there. So, John, any closing remarks before we sign off here?
Well, I know it's tough being a business owner, and I'm sorry that we missed your wife, Sarah. We were hoping that she could join us, but I'm sure she's serving all your customers that are in there right now. And I just want to recognize that, yeah, she's also a graduate of Elkhorn and 1989 grad, and tell her we said hello.
I will do that. And sorry she couldn't step out either. It's just her and I here today, and she's taking care of the back part right now.
Well, Bruce,
you did a great job.
I think you do a noon whistle from Riverjacks.
What's that, Chris?
Maybe we'll do a noon whistle from Riverjacks.
Hey, that would be great.
What do you think?
While we're eating lunch.
Yeah, come on out. We'll take care of that. That'd be perfect.
All right. And on that note, you know the sound to end our noon whistle. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Bruce. Thanks.